Welcome to Money Convos, where we discuss personal finance and investment tips. We're committed to helping people create wealth and achieve financial freedom. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse, and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and podcast. All right then, let's head into today's conversation.
Well, hello there. Today, Twitter is trying to play games with us. Maybe small games Twitter they try to play with us, but we'll still make it happen. The goals there. We'll make it happen because some people here have flat tummy goals, some people have push-up goals, and some people have more fresh boy goals. You understand? So our classic man himself. Classic man himself. So continue what we started last week. Fortunately, we've been able to more of us have come together. So in my presence, although you see just one number, well, actually everybody is showing up here
minus me,
except maybe yeah. So we have in a live location, one coded location. We have Mimi with us.
Yeah.
We have our classic man Prince. We have our bishop himself, Adam, is here with us. Jojo. And yours truly, I'm here with you. And today we are gonna. I think last week it was a bit more interactive because we're looking at each other, saying this and that, you know. And today we are blessed with the classic man's present. Here alone, he has like 3 phones, 9 AirPods. Charlie, the shirt he's wearing. Charlie, this shirt. Charlie, even this shirt and the fake one set will cost. The fake one set will cost. So yes, it's gonna be a fun conversation as we are in person. Today we are talking about our goals. What are your 2024 goals? Yeah. We last, was it 2 weeks ago? We did a review of our 2023. Prince carried the day, followed by, was it Mimi? Yeah, followed by Mimi. In fact, Prince and Mimi tied at 100%. Then Seram did 50%. Me and Adam did. If Seram did 60%, me and Adam did 50%. So we are gonna set our goals for this year. And but before we get into our goals, I just to go around. What are some of the thoughts that were going on in our heads that influenced our choices of goals? As usual, I know we all have multiple goals, but we'll narrow down to 2. But just thinking about your broad goals, let's start with Mimi. What were you thinking as you were planning for the year?
For me, it's basically a review of how last year went, both the challenges and opportunities that came up. And I would say that I'm yet to even like finalize, those goals because I think that where I've reached, I need to be a bit more intentional with every aspect of my life. It's easy to go on autopilot. So even though I've been setting goals and achieving them, I think there's more to be done. So basically reflecting on last year, the challenges, the opportunities, and then coming up with, what I think I should be doing going forward. For me, the very long term, I don't think I have clarity on how Elikem will have clarity in 20 years. I want to drive this car. No, I don't think I have that. So I also want to use the year to clarify exactly where I'm going in the long term, even though I have a picture, to have a bit more clarity so that I can take steps that will take me there. So that's what
That's interesting. So refining the plan from last year and then be more deliberate.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And trying to go long term.
Yes, more long term.
It pushes beyond 1 year. Okay, that's great. Prince, how about you? What influenced your thoughts for this year?
I think with mine, based on last year's goals.
Yeah. Last year's goals.
This year, most of them I built up from last year's goal. Looking at the things I wanted to achieve. So it's this year is doing more of the build up on them, making sure that I achieve those goals as well.
Okay. Yeah.
That's cool. All right. So yes, I'll also take over. Well, similar to Mimi's own, I've also been reflecting. Truth is, I've not even done with my processing, reprocessing my thoughts.
Yeah.
Like I decided not to worry myself too much. Like in terms of, sometimes we are swayed with the by 31st December, 1st January. No, I think one of the things I've come to develop and to make a conscious effort about is that I can even set plans within the year, and I shouldn't wait. Like as some people will say, "Oh, from next year I'll do this." No, if it's October and it starts, fine. If it's from November, it starts, fine. So I'm still running through some processes, but generally speaking, looking back at last year and the things that I could not achieve. I mean, last year was tough, like I said last week. It was quite a tough one, especially when it comes to finances. But getting to the end of the year, just like started picking up my oars and trying to figure out myself a little bit. So basically, those are the things that were running through my mind as I was reflecting. So hopefully from then onwards, probably in about by next week, I should firm up all the aspects of my life that I was thinking of. But I have a clear sense of where I want to go to, and I think the general theme is to be more outgoing and more.
Charlie, outside is expensive. Stay inside.
No, when I say
Outside is expensive.
I say I was going, not necessarily the outside, but no, more like
Put yourself
put myself out, be more assertive, be more yeah. Maybe that's the choice of words is what I'm looking at. Being more yes, like maybe we say coming out more from my comfort zone. Yeah, basically. That is what I've been thinking about.
I could identify what you said. I think sometimes it's stress with setting goals at the end of the year, especially when much is expected of you. And, either you are not getting the time to sit down and reflect and come up with something So I realized, I think 1st January, when was first the holiday?
Yes.
I was very stressed out. In fact,
right.
I even lashed out on Sarah.
Oh.
She's a nice person.
Oh.
No, I was stressed because I felt like, I should have that time, sit down, be able to think through my life. Even though I've been able to put something down, I'd have loved to sit somewhere an hour or two, and that hour or two too is not happening. So it was becoming stressful. But I told myself that, I will do, even though I would want to get it done as soon as possible, not to be overly stressed out about it. Like you said, you can always make changes as and when you go on. You can always figure it out. You don't need to have it all figured out. But for me, it was important to at least know that I'm starting with something, at least have some 2 or 3 things to start with while I figure out the rest. Yeah. So sometimes, the whole thing about we are going into a new year can come with its own stress. But while we want you to be very intentional and to also not take it too hard on yourself. Yeah.
Powerful. So I can see Seram just joined. You just mentioned how you're just giving Seram some stray bullets that she did not deserve, but Auntie Seram is a nice person. All right. For me, some of what I was thinking about in my goal really is it's this year I'm gonna do a bit of a transition this year. So how do I set myself up?
Mhm.
Yeah, how do I set myself up so that I'm going to be successful in this transition? So that's what I was really thinking about. And there are also other aspects of my life, like there's the health and fitness. There's the social aspects, and then for another year in a row, how to say no to people. Please, maybe what did you say?
Love life.
Maybe the open keys. Maybe the open keys. Okay, but yeah, those kind of social things, to keep body and soul together. You understand? All those were in there. So anyway, without much ado, I'm sure we've kept people waiting. Let's get into it. Who wants to go first with your 2 goals? Princess. The 2, we do 2 and then you have to score 50%.
No,
So
Prince will give us 5.
okay. Prince will come
So
last.
I have to.
Okay, maybe go ahead then.
Okay, so for me, like I said, my goals were, I'm still working on them, but what I've said so far is a reflection of, some of the things that happened last year, both opportunities and challenges. So on the challenges side, I think last year, I also had quite a financially draining year, but God provided, which is the truth. God provided in ways I wouldn't have imagined, but it was definitely a financially stressful year, basically because of health-related issues for one of my kids. So this year, I just want to be intentional about creating a very strong emergency fund, making sure that I have that buffer, because prior to that, there wasn't really much, of a need. So even though I had it, it wasn't like, but now I see more of a need to, have something. And last year, I think my liquidity also dropped because, as I mentioned, I bought the land. So I'm looking at an emergency fund as a buffer. The second thing is, I think Sarah and Sarah had already started investment firms when I joined. I was also doing something similar, but I got pregnant and gave birth. So when I met Sarah, I thought we had something in common and we connected. Yes, so we've been doing investment friends for a while, but I think last year was the year we took it a bit more seriously and we grew that community. And for me, I see opportunity there. So my question to myself has become, how do I develop myself? Because I don't think I'm yet there. How do I develop myself mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever, to, give my best to that? Because there's a lot to be done. I mean, today a friend just sent me they kept on going on and on. It started with the venture I was doing myself, where I invited them. And then they started believing in personal finance. They followed investment friends and they believe in it. She spoke about how she's, for the first time in a while, this December, she wasn't hot. She was. So I think like feedback like that shows that we have a ministry. A ministry does not always mean a microphone and a pulpit, right? Hey, I think the bar. A ministry, this to me is a ministry. So how do I position myself to give of my best, to this ministry is something that I think I want to work towards. So those are the 2 things I have clarity on for now.
Okay. That's powerful. These are good ones. So during our quarterly reviews, we know what to mark you on.
Yes.
Great.
This one, I put myself on the chopping board.
That's nice.
Okay. Play it back so we know exactly what to look out for when we are marking you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So for the second one, you can ask her if I'm a bit more involved than I used to. She will score. She would
give us the
she'll give us the honest truth. So let's see how I do.
All right. Okay. All right. So Prince, wait though, they say you there when you finish
Prince will tell us
you come to see your own. And they said can you dry your answer? So they said please wait before you raise the markings, let us all write.
And then he said he has 2. So let
them go next, please.
He's born
Don't pass. We are sorry. Hey,
I took to work.
hey. Okay, all right. Adam, are you ready? Are you ready to go?
Okay. Hey, the way Mimi has started the thing.
Master your voice.
Anyway, so basically, like my two goals, very simple, like quite simple.
So long things.
No long things. Like it stems from the challenges I had last year. The first one, basically, I said last year was quite a challenging year financially. So this year, the goal is to get back on track. I was doing very well with my monthly investments and my everything until
deep.
and August 2022, September 2022, CD depreciation and things and matters arising until it hits and it threw my everything haywire. So I had to, when that happened, interesting, it's funny how the cost of living crisis basically coincided with our challenges with investment.
Yeah.
If it was one or the other, I'm sure it would have been easier. But for the two to coincide at the same time made it such a difficult thing because now the essence for which we were saving and investing for that rainy day, the rainy day came. And now the shelter,
The umbrella is flying away.
we couldn't find it, so it was quite difficult. So we had to rely on a lot of the buffers that I know I'd done a number of, because I've been talking about emergency funds, other funds trying to do it, but I had to I had to fall on a lot of those things. And with the increasing cost of living, what it meant was that the money could not go as far as initially you had planned that it would go.
Yeah.
So it derailed a lot of things. So for me, the focus during last year in particular was stabilizing and then stemming the tide, just to ensure that I can live without entering into any unnecessary or unwanted debts. So based on that, now that I've stabilized that, now go back again from first principles to regular monthly investments and then hit a particular amount by the end of the year for an emergency fund.
I almost advertised my product.
By default.
I'll come and see you.
So you're saying, so to clarify, the first one is to get your emergency fund back to a certain level.
Back to a certain level, because I have virtually depleted it.
Okay.
So get back the investment emergency fund back to a proper level. Then secondary, number 2. So flowing from last year, by God's grace, at least the side jobs I was able to do. This year, I want to streamline and do better. Land one more client, and then do like at least 5 projects.
Okay. So
yeah,
it's more clients.
No,
one more client.
Like the clients are such that they're like you are on retainer basis.
Okay.
So as and when they need you.
Hey, so me right now, if I come in and take you, I become your client. Will I qualify?
No.
Small fish like
yours will be a project.
So one client,
yes,
and 5
years.
Okay. So this one will allocate. There are 6 targets. We allocate them. Okay, fine. 1 client plus 5 projects. Okay.
That should be okay. That should suffice for the year.
Wonderful.
It's not easy,
Charlie. So you do your own selling and things. You have to go on the road and tell people that they trust you.
Be outgoing.
So that is why the broader picture is there. That Charlie, I have to go for some of these networking things.
I see.
People, unfortunately, some people have been. Today I was talking to a colleague that we work together on a number of things, and somebody who he's been he did some. In fact, the two of us did a work for him, but some of these people then they vanish. We can't see them again. Then these our artisans go and mess them up. Then they remember that there's a professional that's
Brakufi mess them up.
So these are some of the things we want to work and to avoid this year to make sure that we help people as much as we can, and then along the side we bag the money.
Money bags.
That's interesting. Sarah, we see you in the audience. I invited you to speak. Please, you also be held accountable. So come and remove your mouth. Dennis, I see you also. Come and remove your mouth. We need to write down your score so that we need to write down your points so that we can score you at the end of the year. So just avail yourself. If you can't speak, at least type it somewhere in the group chat or in a DM so that we know where it will be. I will go next because still Prince.
Afraid of.
Prince, yeah, when Prince is done, Prince your son. When Prince bar finish, then all the water finish. When you are big, I beg. So yes, and we encourage anyone who wants to join in our accountability process. Feel free to raise your mic later. I see a free agent joined, so if you will be taking your goals also, so that we can check up on each other. We can be accountability partners. All right, I'm gonna get into mine, and mine is simple. Two very simple ones. Okay. First, you remember the goal that I set last year, no? That I wasn't able to achieve. Let's bring that one back.
5,000.
5,000, man. You know, I said 5,000, eh?
You see.
I said 5,000. You see, this year, when you're not able to hit your targets, then your matter becomes plenty. You have to explain. You could explain. So sit down, relax, drink some water. Let me explain.
Okay.
Let me explain. Okay. So this year, Money Convos must get to 5,000 followers. Okay. Hopefully, it should be more than just the combination of Facebook, Twitter, and all of them together, right? But somewhere we must see 5,000. And the reason and what makes me think I can do it this year is, you see, I've realized this year one of my personal goals. The goals for the year they are plenty, but it's just two that we bring to public for people to. You understand? Mimi is already trying to help me with one of the other goals, and I appreciate it. So Mimi, let's follow up on that one before you forget. It looks like it's we can hit that goal very soon if we push that one. Anyway, like I need to say no to a whole bunch of things to be able to focus, especially as I mentioned, transitioning out of grad school to a very high intensity workspace. I need to make sure that I free up my brain capacity. So I'm trying to give up a lot of my responsibilities. I can see a free year here. I've already told a free year about some moves that she's not happy about, but whatever you do, it will happen. So that I can focus my goals, my life, really, my main responsibilities outside of family and personal on money convos, investment, the financial literacy thing. So money convos, investment friend, those things. And then my main job, and then my mentees, Dennis, Etonam and Co, making sure that they end up in a way better place than me.
Can I apply?
Maybe you're too old. Maybe you're too old. No. Your mentor, I'm nowhere near. Maybe Prince can be your mentor. Maybe Prince, but I'm not. Maybe there.
This can consider him.
You see. So those narrow those that focus, and usually like with that, like as I'm graduating, my responsibilities in school too will be going away. So I think I can do that. And hopefully there'll also be some finances that I can put towards that. You see, I don't pay tithes to a church. In my opinion, these are some of the things that's my tithes goes to. You understand? So that's that. So hit 5,000 followers for Money Convos. Yes. All right. The second one. So Ivy League education is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. I'm in student loans in hundreds of thousands. Pay.
I make you collapse.
Exactly. Some people hear these things and don't even apply to them. But then again, I look at the doors that have opened for me, and you all know it's like, Of course, we would like to be debt free, but it's about it's a lever you use to open some door, right? So
leverage.
you understand? There's the leverage. But see, so for me, my goal really is to pay down at the end. By the end of this year, I need to pay down at least 25% of that.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes,
That's huge.
yes, it's huge.
Knowing
It's
the
huge.
figure.
Huge. It's huge. But sacrifices will be made.
It's possible.
Some dates won't happen.
Kai.
Some dates will have to happen at home.
Hey.
And we'll have to cook
Yeah.
eat at home
Yeah.
rather than go out. And hopefully, as those other areas are being sorted, I hope that people will be understanding.
Yeah.
I want to be part of the criteria to see if
Should
they understanding.
Should know.
You understand? This year, no fancy trips. You know, I've already done Ghana. I see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so basically, pay down 25% of debt. And what's really motivated this thing is I'd already done my wealth plan, my wealth plan to see if how long it would take for me to reach a certain financial target. And things were looking okay. But I mentioned last week that I came across a podcast, the Dave Ramsey podcast. Guys, if you've not listened, apart from Money Convos, go and be listening to the Dave Ramsey show. He's big on that show is big on getting out of debt. And
Yeah.
it's been really inspirational. Every day after my daily news, I listen to it. It's really inspirational. There's also the PBD podcast, but that's for another day. Right. And I encourage you to get in there. In Ghana, we don't have so much credit issues, right? So and they can be breeze, but apart from the uncles and aunties and the friends that we've borrowed from, that we are not paying. I'm really glad we don't have credit cards prevalent in Ghana and the UT that people haven't paid back. But it will bring a certain level of financial peace. But yeah, for me, knowing how much in debt I am with student loans, paying that down would help. And it's not just about paying that amount down. It's about the discipline that it would take to get to that point, to be able to pay that amount of money, the sacrifices that will be made. Because there's this lifestyle creep, right? Yeah. People say, oh, Charlie, they started make money there, then make we chill here, make we chill there. See, right now, this year, anybody who asks me for money, if you're not in the inner circle, please know that I'm doing a project. That project is to pay down student loans. If you think I'm being interested, I'll write a number for you. If you can contribute to that, fine. If not, please come back in 3 years. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's aside. So I'll need to. It's a process, and to be able to reach that amount, there will be a lot of discipline and taking the budget seriously. So bring money convos to 5,000 followers. Dennis and God being my helper, and paying down 25% of my student loans. All right, that's it for me. Dennis, are you here? Again, we are pushing things further back in line.
We don't want to raise the marking scale.
Are you sure Dennis will be cross Prince?
Oh no, Dennis, baby, he'll be fine.
He's laughing. Okay, Dennis, shoot.
Okay. So with regard to money convos, I wanted to be humble and then start small. So instead of the 5,000 Elika went for, I just went for 1,000. I mean,
by 5.
You got 1,000 and you leave me there on the roadside.
It has been hard. So my target was 1,000 for Twitter.
And then we're already at 500. Then make it 1,005 so that we know that you brought 1,000.
Okay, then I can make it 1,005 for Twitter.
Okay, for Twitter.
And then there was another 1,000 for Instagram.
Oh, okay. Instagram is allowed.
Yes, and then 100 subscribers for our YouTube.
For our YouTube, 100 pay subscribers. Oh,
what 100?
Better.
Let me check.
Okay, cool. No worries. If by half year you are there, we'll have to increase it. They used to do that 4 months.
Okay.
So
you have achieved that and pay me my bonus. Say no. Please the target.
Really?
Yes. It hasn't happened to you before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hurry up and meet your target by half year. You see what you
I'm in a hurry. I
I hope your boss is not listening. You know what you do it and give me my bonus. Anyway, okay, cool. So that's then sorry to interrupt. It's just interesting. Nice
No
targets.
problem.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, and then one additional role I wanted to pick up was graphic designing. So one major challenge that we've been having
The
has
YouTube is
been
70
our
pages.
graphic designing. That's design the flowers for our Twitter spaces. So I actually want to pick up the challenge of learning how to design or start learning how to design graphics so that because it costs us a lot of money. It's
Yeah.
very
Is
easy
it
to
doing
design these
self
things
tuition or
for us.
going to learn? Well,
So I've started learning actually, but
you started
I'm yet to
learning.
put it.
Also,
I'm yet to put it into practice.
because
So
I have a
my
course
goal
on
is
it.
that maybe
I
half year
design.
or maybe by the end of the year, we would not hire any external person to design our things for us. That I will be the one designing it, handling all the production and everything to lower our costs. Yeah, so that's all for money convos side.
Okay.
And then with regards to my career too, I one major goal for me is to work hard and then secure a full-time offer with my employer. So I'm currently doing my national service, and then my goal is to work hard and then by the end of the year get a full-time offer from my current employer, so that at least I can achieve some stability and also start my Ghana Stock Exchange course, which would also help
That's
me in
an
my
important
career as
course.
well. Yeah, and then with regards to my financial goals, um, I don't have an emergency fund. So my goal is to this
Hey,
year.
Dennis, you said two.
I told
Oh,
you you cross friends.
Hey, you see the way Prince is
it's
laughing.
okay.
Oh, please, you said
It's
two.
okay.
So
Okay,
you
it's
but the
okay.
exam one they will write it down.
Ghana
That one,
Stock Exchange.
Ghana Stock Exchange.
Here we pass.
When I
Okay,
spoke
okay.
BC
Then,
self,
then
you're already failing. You don't know the name.
Zero.
then again.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Dennis,
Yeah.
for
All right.
so we've penned down the is it Ghana Securities
Ghana
Ghana Securities Industry
Securities
something.
Center.
Whatever the name is, we all know what it is. So we pen that down with your money convos goals also. So we will be monitoring that. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing with us. Okay. Saram, if you could also share with us, that would be
So
fine.
she's able to speak, so she sends his.
That's fine.
So Saram says that she wants to visit 2 countries outside Africa as part of a
Rich?
I know, right? 35th birthday celebration. Okay, and then the second one is to create at least one additional source of income outside investment friends and his salary, and then to bring IF to generate 50,000 in annual revenue, which I think is 50,000 revenue. So,
Stop.
yeah.
Charlie, Rich Auntie. We'll be praying for you too, because as you achieve these goals, then it's rubbing off us. Charlie.
If you come and start a building project.
Yes, then you hire me to do your project. Anyway.
Classic man.
Classic
man
man.
of the moment.
Charlie, when Prince talks, then we have finished the show. No, because Prince's goals, hey, top tier. Charlie.
Give us only 5. Only.
You this year we are okay. You just give us three.
Okay, so I think for my goals this year, last year I started a new certification with the institute in US, pursuing 2 qualification, ARM, which is risk, associate risk manager, and then CPCU, that is casualty and property underwriting professional. Yeah. So
I'm looking to completing ARM by April.
Okay.
I should be done with ARM. I've already taken 2 exams. I'm left with 2. So I'm looking by April I should complete it. And for the CPC, to take 8 papers. So I'm hoping that come January 2025, I should be done with it.
Okay.
Yeah. That is for the CPC.
CPC, yeah.
Yes. CPC. Yeah.
See
Yeah. Good. Yeah. So
by January.
by January 2025. Yeah.
Very
I should be done, yeah, with the certification. And I think also for the money aspect, I think I've really built some money, some wealth. So I think this year,
See, you guys should see the way he has crossed his leg.
My friends, you need a woman to spend time. You can't
Hey, to help him manage.
manage and spend.
Hey, spend.
When we spend, it encourages you to work harder.
Encourage without the spending. Encourage without the spending, please. Thank you.
yeah. So I mean, I think last year I made some quite amount of money because I think I chatted and I got promoted. I also came with some
Wonderful.
Chill out.
I beg, this is normal thing. This year too, last year too, I hit my target, so I think I have some bonus seeds coming in and out. So I'm looking at, I'm stocking all of them into my account. I think I'm at the stage where I'm comfortable. Let me put it that way. If they don't pay salary, I'm fine.
Comfortable.
Nice.
Yes, and I'm enjoying my bachelor food.
So should we expect Mrs. Yato?
But this year is one of the projects.
Should we write that one down? This one is
Send your application
for somebody to. I mean, I think I met my mentor over the holidays, and he was like, "So, Prince, if you make all this money and you need someone who doesn't know where you're coming from and spend so at least get to know somebody.
So you what's your spec?
The person should be good.
It be simple. It be simple for guys. That's it.
Oh, no spec, like
All those are
When Capital Bank went down, Pastor Benson said that he said when you come to him and say you are a professional, you are an expert, he looks already scared. Because the experts have got the bank down. So now he's not there. So I feel it's somebody good. Yeah, somebody good who actually bring something to the table. But they bringing the thing to the table. It should not be your body. I beg.
the body. Something
Electoral, I think that's yes. Yeah, so I think those are I've said 2, right?
So complete the exam by April 24.
Yeah. Another one is
another exam in January 25.
Yes.
And then
I'm also looking at growing my brokerage. I think last year I started something on insurance, broking.
What metrics will you use to show that you have grown it?
Okay, so I made some revenue last year. I think last year I was able to hold about 5 accounts.
So this year, how many accounts?
So I'm looking to. This year, obviously, there'll be renewals, so those businesses will retain as well.
I have to insure my car as well.
Okay, maybe give me a business. Sarah will give me a business. Yeah. So I'm looking at, let's say, ending the year with maybe about 15.
15. So retain 5 and add 10.
10, yes. Let me put it.
Retain 5 plus. And you. Oh, okay. Good.
That's good.
Charlie.
You see, the issue is I just want to
Start
Start
gradually.
before I you push. Yeah, that's
So future CEO,
Charlie.
eligible bachelor.
In August, September, let's talk about some home insurance. Okay.
Ish.
Already. For all people on money Convos. Don't worry, I'm coming to talk to you. Because one thing about insurance is a lot of people are not really getting the whole concept very well. They end up being in somebody's hand that the person will mess them up. So immediately they meet the right person, they are too scared to work with the person. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm looking out to. Yeah, because it's more of the education bit. If I even educate you, you get to understand what you are really buying, and you don't work with me, I'm better off. You get it. Yeah, so that is what I'm looking at. So I'm done. My 3 goals. Then what the fuck? Oh, repair. Oh, applaudissez-la.
You actually applauded for having less.
Oh, he make that feel bad. But I must admit, I'm honored to be in the presence of friends. Because you see, he's where we want to be.
Yeah.
Classes, man. And it's been hard work and discipline.
Always learning something.
Yeah, always learning something new.
I think I'm quite young in the industry. New.
Now we have 40-year youth.
Yeah, so I think it's an opportunity that I'm trying to take to harness some of these schooling and other things. Yeah. I realize that lots of people who are young ahead of me did some of these courses, and our industry too is kind of like professional certification based. They will even try to value a professional certification over a master's. That's our industry.
Okay.
Yeah. So even you have a diploma in insurance, they value you more than somebody who has a master's in insurance. Because they will tell you that insurance is a profession. So if you want to learn, go to the profession. Don't learn in school. Yeah. So basically that is why now you see a lot of the young people going for that private certification as compared to other stuff. Yeah. So it will be, because if I finish this one year, that is the highest in the industry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the highest in the industry.
The moment.
Obviously. And also it's also accepted worldwide because it's
so that you can disappear.
Obviously.
Nice.
Thank you, Prince, for the inspiration. So we've covered Mimi, Edem, Dennis, myself, Elikem, Stayram, and now a gentleman Prince. That's okay. A classic man Prince. Okay. I see Paulina in the audience.
Yes.
Paulina, would you be interested in giving us 2 goals that we can check up on you every now and then? You can just use a reaction, a thumbs up to show you are down with it, and then we will we'll invite you up, or
you can put it on the
you can put it on the WhatsApp group for us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And guys, let's not forget. Just remember that there are eligible bachelors on the Money Convos panel, and they are seeking applications. So please feel free to send applications. Just DM us or DM the ladies, and you come through the ladies. Then let the ladies vet you first. Mimi or Sarah should vet you first, or Paulina, before you come here. So please feel free to send applications. Dr. Paulina Crunchy, how are you doing?
Big man. Charlie,
Yes.
we're waiting for the invitation to Cornell.
Don't worry. When I'll send invitation letters for the graduation.
Please,
That one
we are
to
waiting.
the embassy.
We are waiting.
Interesting. Nice to have you on here. Would you like to share some of 2 of the goals that you have for this year?
Yes. So first of all, let me say that I think about 2 weeks ago, I had the pleasure of having Mimi and Sarah take me through some financial goal setting sessions.
Whoa.
It was. I will do that.
You are teaching PhD holders.
No, we come on this space and talk and everything, but having them take me through the steps and the calculations and everything was really an eye opener. And for me, it was important because I think what happened in the financial landscape in 2022 shook me up a bit. So I needed to reset, and it was a really, really good session. So if you are here and you need financial advice, please, Mimi and Sarah are your go-to investment friend.
Mhm.
I don't joke.
Mhm.
They are serious women doing serious things. I really appreciate the work they are doing. But two things I want you guys to hold me to this year.
Mhm.
The first one, I want to be able to save at least £5,000 as
A day or a week or what?
Hey, how about some?
because with their 5,000, it's for the year. It's for
Okay.
It's not friends.
yes.
£5,000.
Yes.
It's too sweet.
Hey, look at this one.
Paulina, please go to 20,000.
I do 20,000.
This pressure.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, you got 20,000.
So, but that one is just one of the savings that I'll be doing in the year.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm based on the advice I got from Seram and
Oh, okay.
also
Okay.
I am
That's
looking at
fine.
college funds for the children, but in pounds as well. We want to crawl and then we'll walk, then we'll run as much as possible.
Yeah.
Let's set a realistic goal. So, and then the second one is to start my online masterclass. So I want to my so what I want to do is to start masterclasses online that run whether or not I am there. So to put it online and then have people pay for and go through the course. Then finally there are about 2 or 3.
Hey, Charlie, this I've been for you, crowd. We said 2.
No,
How many people raising the markings?
so like this year we are working with a lot of courage and a lot of vim and
Hey.
They're shaking the year.
yeah.
Okay, please go ahead.
The year we won't play with the year. We will work in courage. Like we will do great things for God. Like that's what we do this year. Yes. I want to start a number of podcasts. I think about 2 or 3. I have spoken to some collaborators already. I think what is to do is to find to sort out the logistics of it and then to get it running. So when I'm ready, I'll call on all of you to help me with the promotion and things like that.
Sure. That's great.
Great.
Okay. All right. So
But
then it's
on the matter of Mrs. Nyako, Prince, I have a sister. I have a sister. My sister, she's very industrious. Very, very industrious. So see me behind the
We need
scenes.
to open the WhatsApp page.
See me behind the scenes. Okay.
Yeah, you are. Bishop, how about you? Oh, your pipeline is somewhere.
Bishop, if you are also interested, my sister, she's a tongue-talking power woman with their own big world. Guys, big world.
Wow. This one there is definitely not for me.
Actually,
Please. I don't want to stress anybody. Anyway, thank you for Paulina for sharing that and opening up the leads. So we'll be ready for you when you're ready for your podcast and promoting the master classes. Great. And guys, like we heard from Paulina, get on Instagram. Before you get distracted, quickly search for @investment_friend. You've seen what is done for Paulina, it can be done for you. All right. We talk on money convos, but it's not enough. You need your friend to sit with you and walk you through some of these things, to consider your unique situation so that you can take the deliberate action steps towards your goals. All right. So get on Instagram at investment_friend, investment friend. All right. Okay, great. So we've gone around, everyone has shared theirs. I've taken notes, and we'll be scoring each other quarterly to make sure that we are making progress. And the bar is 50%, at least cross 50%. So for those of us who said one, we have to do at least one of, we said two, we have to do at least one of the two. Those of us who said three and more, well, you will do the weighting and you have to score more than 50%. So great. So we'll wrap it up. We've taken more time than we had anticipated. I appreciate you all for hanging in there with us despite the technical challenges, and pardon my tardiness. I held everyone back. Accra traffic is showing me Pepe. Google Maps. When I look at the Google Maps, I have to translate it to Ghanaian English. When they give me the ETA, I have to translate it to Ghana man time to get a proper ETA to know when to leave my house. All right. And thank you all for hanging in there. I hope you are starting off your week on a strong note. Next week, we'll be continuing on a different topic, and we will share the information. And as Dennis said on the graphics, we'll be working hard on these things. Okay, guys, we're going to go now and have a pizza party. But it was nice to have Prince here, Mimi here, and them join me in person. I think it's been a more fun conversation in person, not just in rush hour trying to get home and just talking on the phone, or after church trying to, it's nice in person. I wish we could do this more and more, but I'll keep praying so that we can all get to the US and go and oh, if I say that, you say hey. So then we got the goals, the proper goal. Or we all go and do it in the UK. No problem. All right. Thank you all. Santorini. Santorini. Maybe can't handle that fire.
Oh my
Can't handle that fire. Hey. Anyway, all right, guys. Have a great night. Take care. Bye. Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to our thoughts. I hope you learned a thing or two and start practicing. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse, and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and podcast. Do tell a friend about Money Convos so we all become wealthy together. Talk to you soon. Bye.